two-point conversion attempt forthcoming. They'll give it to the fullback up the middle. And he will bowl his way in there for the 2 points. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. And this one complete to Smith. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40.
For a tight end, he's got good straight line speed, and on that route, he's often the guy that gets overlooked. Nice job there of finding him in stride for really good yardage.
And they'll run for the first time with Najee Harris. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. Play action. Here's Hurts. Flushed out right. Hurts fumbles it. It's going the other way. And what we just saw, very, very rare. We only had 5 of those in the first 50 Super Bowls.
The biggest stage, the biggest game, and we just saw it happen again. Extraordinary.
The defense has been good, and they were good again there. The defense more than did its job. Now the offense is summoned onto the field as they'll go for 2. They'll give it to the fullback up the middle. And he's able to break out of 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. Well, split the difference, and they're right where they would have been with 2 PATs. They got the 2-point conversion the first time. They failed there.
Interesting, isn't it? Because the first time you go after your first score, that feels like a gamble. The second time when they tried it again, that felt like, what the heck, right? Because, as you said, even if you miss it, you split the difference, and you're right on schedule at 14 points.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They trail early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. He'll buy some time right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. Oh, this is take. And all the way down to the 9. It's a big play there for the Broncos. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Odell Beckham, a 9-yard touchdown run. And the Broncos are on the board here in this Super Bowl. Prater for the extra point. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he returns this to the 22. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Did they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were...
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. It's obviously you got to hold on to the football, but I've got to give credit to the defense there. Good job of knocking it free.
Yeah, because a lot of the time we just blame the offensive players for not taking care of it. How about the effort of the defensive players knowing that guys are going to, and if they're good, anticipate the contact coming and try and cover up the football. And they still find ways to knock it free.
Here's a throw, complete right side to start things out. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Boy, a call like this, certainly tougher to make in a Super Bowl, but they'll go for it on 4th down. Hurts. Throw left side complete. That's Smith. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Both left there on that 4th down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the first down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those sticks and try and keep people in front, but somehow, some way, those guys found a way to pick it up.
It'll be a loss of 13 on the play, and it'll be a 2nd and long. Throwing is Hurts. This is Smith with a grab. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Jonnu Smith, 36 yards. And the Broncos are an extra point away from tying up this Super Bowl. Extra point good by Prater. And we are tied here in the second quarter. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The offense back out there at the line ready for their next drive. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
Give him 7 there on the tuck. Looking to throw. Henry. And he'll just get rid of it.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. They will indeed go for it. Vick eluding the pressure right. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Broncos are going to get the football back in great field position. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Hurts to throw. It's caught. Beckham. And he's going to get this inside the 30.
I like the play design there. They occupied the defense downfield, everyone trying to account for someone. But unfortunately, they didn't account for the running back slipping out of the backfield. And he was absolutely unnoticed and wound up getting big yards on that play.
Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. They go play action with Hurts. They call that a loss of 6 yards. And it's third down now. He'll look to throw. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Back to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Jonnu Smith in the final seconds of the first half. And the Broncos have taken the lead. It is now 21-14. So 6 seconds, all that remains of this first half as the kick is away. It's a squib kick that still makes its way down inside the 15. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And with 5 seconds to go, this will likely be our final play. Buying time to his left. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. These two teams sat through a longer than usual 30-minute wait, but we're back in action here in this Super Bowl. Taken at the 15, a short kick. They'll start the third quarter here on the ground. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. On 2nd and 12, Hurts. Flush to his right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 47. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this third quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind, and we've got to know this team a little bit, haven't we?
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown! Najee Harris, 40 yards. And his guys are an extra point away from tying this thing up.
I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that. And, you know, at halftime, you and I discussed it. They had done a nice job on him in the first half. But there were a couple of occasions where it felt like he might wiggle out of traffic and take it to the house. Finally here in the second half, that got done.
They'll look to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Well, they went for the lead there, and remember, that's the second two-point try they haven't converted on. So those 2 extra points, if they had those, they'd be winning.
And I think the reason they're going for it here is that they were unsuccessful the first time. So when you miss the first time, you're now in a position where you're chasing points. And in this case, it didn't work out well for them at all.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he'll get this up to about the 40. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. Off the play fake. Here's Hurts. Sliding out of the pocket. Well, it's a shuffle pass, and it's complete. And he'll be brought down right on the 50. A gain of 3. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. Escaping the pressure right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
3rd quarter of the biggest spectacle in sport, the Super Bowl. Thanks for joining us, everybody. 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Hurts. Dancing to his left. Now he'll square up and throw deep left sideline. And that ball incomplete. He couldn't work free from his defender, and now it's 3rd down. An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
They're going to look to throw. Flushed out right. That one's complete to Tomlinson. And a good job on the tackle there as they get him down shy of the 1st on the 35-yard stripe. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down. A field goal try forthcoming now for the Broncos. It'll be spotted on the right hash. A 52-yard attempt. Prater's kick is good. And that'll move their lead up to 4 now. Maybe a little fortunate there. That was leaking a little, maybe leaking a lot, but he got it.
Yeah, he actually was able to make it work. How about the body language, though, right? As he watched that ball leak to the right, trying to bring it back in, and had just enough to get it done.
And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, That is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
1 quarter remains here in the Super Bowl. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. To throw on second down, Henry eluding the pressure right. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Oh, Henry slings this deep from McLaurin. And that is caught at the 10-yard line. Touchdown! Terry McLaurin, his second touchdown of this Super Bowl. And his guys are going to retake the lead. Might be seeing that one on the highlight shows tonight. The home run ball here in the fourth quarter to take the lead.
There's nothing like being aggressive, preaching that to your team, and then following through. All the way through. Go ahead and throw one more up there. Why not?
Been a great game, and we are not done yet. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that gives him a 3-point lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. A fairly short kick from the 14. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And we're at the time in this Super Bowl where, look, they need points. And they need them badly. Trailing here in the fourth quarter as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, to watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Hands it off out of the gun. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Good yardage there on 1st down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making 1st downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and we'll still get the 1st down. They love being physical.
They'll throw on 1st down with Hurts. Flush to his right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
So much for the best laid plans and best designed plays. That was good coverage along the sidelines. No place for that one to get in there. It sails incomplete.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. Escaping the pressure right. He gets this one to John, able to get the 3rd down conversion. So it's Bronco football as we get your reset here. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. And he'll be taken down at the 34. There to stop him was Darius Leonard.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
Back to throw. Complete. Smith has it. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. That's what they need right now. Get the 1st down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as it comes with 1:04 left to go in the game. Here's 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. That's caught left side by Judy. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2. He's back to throw. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a first down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
So on fourth down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to tie things up in the final minute. And Prater's kick is on the money. It's good. And that will tie this game here in the final minute of play. So in the final minute, they turn it over to their kicker to get him back to even, and he does not disappoint.
Brandon, do you think the pressure ever gets to this guy? Because I sure don't. That was pretty smooth right there. But I tell you, he better not rest on his laurels, because there's a good chance they may need him again if this game goes to overtime.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. In a tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Henry. Flushed out right. He completes this one to Terry McLaurin. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Looking to throw. Henry rolling to his right. It's brought in by Harris. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. So 4 quarters wasn't enough, and we are off to overtime. Don't change that dime. Overtime in a playoff game, awesome setup. Remember, the rules the same as they would be in the regular season.
That's exactly right, Brandon. Remember, the receiving team, if they score a touchdown, game is over. But if they kick a field goal or don't score, the other team gets a chance to get the football. They get a possession. If they go down and score, they win the football game at that point. If both teams kick field goals, we keep playing. If a defense scores, let's say the receiving team gets the ball, doesn't score, or they throw a pick six or fumble, gets picked up, the defense scores, game over. But here's the best part. In the regular season, only one period is played. We could call it a tie. Here, we're going to play until we have a winner.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down.
It's caught inside the 25. And he's into the end zone. Move over, James White. You've got a new rival.